And we're back with more Halloween-themed goodness.
But, Snek, this isn't 5 fun times at Freddy World Fredbear Unbearable Quest.
Indeed it isn't. Because today, we're going to do a very special, compilation? That's right, Snek is in a go, until the game forces him to continue. Yeah, we're kicking it old school.
Trevor Belmont! Wait, wrong Belmont.
Wrong Belmont, this is Simon. Yep.
So are we going to do these in production order?
We are, yes. I have the Castlevania Anniversary Collection queued up to assist. Now...
I love the fact that they continue to have the little flashing effect. I thought that was actually just a consequence of the Nintendo, but I guess that's part of the program?
I don't know, it might be just due to the way the game handles sprites.
Yeah, I mean, the enemies flicker. I thought that was a consequence of the hardware of the Nintendo. I guess that's part of the program? I know, I'm sure there's going to be somebody in there who's like, actually, it's because you chipset or something, you know, because there's one thing I've learned, it's that Nintendo, for whatever weird reason, just like people are way too invested in their hardware and everything. It's kind of the reason why I'm like happy that Smash Brothers is finally done, because oh look, they're gonna have to do something different. Oh darn.
Wouldn't that just be awful?
I know. Wait, what'd you just get?
That was a crucifix. It destroys all monsters on the screen. Because even though they kind of tried to censor it, the Belmonts as vampire hunters are deeply, deeply rooted in Christianity and Christian dressing. Like, yeah.
You know, there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not gonna make it. Because my immediate thought was, what flavors Christian dressing? And I'm like, wait, I don't want to answer that. That's going in a very
if you're in the American South like me, it's just deep-fried whatever they could get their hands on at the time. Just deep-fried, period.
Now I'm, like, deep-fried ranch dressing. That's actually kind of good. That sounds kind of good.
Okay, comment section, you have been assigned a task. You need to make this deep-fried taste of the good, wholesome Western civilization, I guess. Whoops. Ah, yes, stairs.
Go down the stairs. Toe touches zombie. Immediately fall down.
The true enemy of the Belmont family is not Dracula, it's stairs.
The true enemy of clockwork is stairs.
Oh, yes, I need that. First boss is
better than the knife.
Ah, why? I literally just got them, and you took it from me, you jerk.
That's the point, Konami said.
I mean, you don't need the axes, it just makes it easier because this boss likes to hover overhead. Like,
but, Snek, why don't you just, you know, attack diagonally with the whip?
It's just because it's not Super Castlevania 4.
That game is really, really good, by the way.
It is. Ah, made it work without the axes.
You still got him. You still got it.
Yep.
You still got it.
Yeah,
Besides,
coming back.
Think about it this way. You use the power of Christ against the vampire bat.
That's true. He's not getting back up from that.
Nope.
Funny enough, in actual vampire movies, like back when that was kind of like the hot thing, vampires got all sorts of thematic weaknesses. For instance,
kind of depended on the.
Got the cross, which is my favorite weapon. And this is a really
early '90s. I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of Crow or Blade.
Well,
am I wrong though?
No. okay, this is a very nitpicky thing, and it's something that pop culture gets wrong a lot, mostly because Hollywood is populated by godless heathens. Okay, it's a crucifix if it has the effigy of Christ on it. If it's literally just a cross and does not have the Christ on the cross, it is just a cross. Those are two different icons. And Hollywood gets it wrong, like, all the time. Like, that's actually a point I bring up in my last review of the October block this month, is because a particular game dev did it too. They keep calling it a crucifix, but it's just a cross, and I'm like, no, those aren't the same.
Yeah, dude, I know.
The symbolism is the same, yes, because you're talking about the same event, but it's still, like, it's not. It's not the same. No. I don't want the garbage weapon that you take only when you die and literally don't have anything better. Thank you. Yeah, come on over here.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay.
Very agreeable. Very agreeable, those moving... God, it begins.
Oh, this is the bit... Oh, I know what this is. This got a lot easier in Super Castlevania 3 or 4.
No, it's you had more mobility options. Simon, what is wrong with you? Jump. There we go.
Sorry, because of my amazing genetics, I'm given great hair, but unfortunately I can't jump good.
And if, okay, I'm just gonna say it, and I know it's not a popular opinion. Castlevania Judgment was underrated, and y'all all a bunch of salty, mad buttholes.
I'll say this.
It's a pretty good game. I'm not gonna say, like, it's amazing or, like, revolutionary or anything, but it's good.
I feel like the redesign that they did for Simon was, like...
The crazy Chippendale dancer.
No, see, that's not the problem that really...
no. They're
they
determined to give me the holy
Light
water.
Yagami, dude. They got the guy who did Death Note, and they made him into buff Light Yagami when he's supposed to be Fabio. He's literally based off like a Frank Frazetta thing of, like, Conan, I believe, is... Because, like, you look at, like, the original, Castlevania thing from the Famicom, and I want to say it's a reference to a Frazetta drawing for Conan.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be this, like, really, really buff dude with fabulous hair.
And that's actually how he shows up in Smash Ultimate, funny enough. You want to talk about a character that I was actually, like, super pumped for? Yeah. I saw that and I was like, ah, my god, my wish came true.
Actually, I was about to say, as much of a salt as you call it, salty butthole about Smash, I was glad that he was finally in, because that means that we could finally have Captain in the Game Master. Because
good times.
No, we are never gonna actually get Captain in because it's not a Nintendo property.
I was about to say, irony of ironies, he's not actually a Nintendo character.
Nope.
And seriously, what would his power set even be? He literally just stole stuff from other games and stuff.
Oh, but he'd have the Power Glove. He's so bad.
Yeah, because Nintendo definitely wants to go back and talk about a failed Mattel peripheral. At least Rob the Robot was, like, first party. Alright, Medusa, let's do this. No, I don't want the holy water!
I'm gonna come back in Castlevania Judgment, right?
Sure.
I'm never gonna come back, am I?
You show up in Lament of Innocence.
Ah, it's a great Dragon Force song.
Okay, I get the joke you're trying to make there, but the song was Curse of Darkness.
I know, but the chorus was Lament of Innocence.
Yeah, they mentioned Lament of Innocence, and I'm like, good, Dragon Force has excellent taste in Castlevania games. The PS2
I
ones,
actually
I
thought
think
you were gonna play that. I thought you were gonna play Curse of Darkness.
You know, I definitely should. I usually have at least like one gothic horror game in each of my Halloween blocks so far, between Bloodstained and Lament of Innocence.
Well, hey,
I didn't really do that this year, did I?
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, you know, you can play it next year, and it's not like you know, this is the first time that you've spent literal years keeping your fans hanging. Cough, cough, Seven Dragon cough.
Yeah, and the reaction to that one in particular, man,
Dude,
I
like,
don't know
you
if
look
people are like just really dying for their dungeon crawlers now, but that and Etrian Odyssey Nexus got like really
Well,
positive feedback.
I don't know how to tell you. Have you looked at the hashtag Seventh Dragon? You have like all of your reviews are not that much viewed, but they're like top rated.
Jeez.
So you're like the only one who's doing things on YouTube. There's an untapped market for it.
I'm just gonna end up being that guy who does PS2 games and dungeon crawlers at this rate.
Hey,
That
Snek,
was-
I'm just saying. You know what game is all of those things,
What's that?
and also is a Monster Raiser game that you haven't done?
SMT3?
No. Well, yes, but what game you haven't done, which is all those things? Sakura Dungeon. You haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
I mean, it's kind of a softcore porn game, but I mean, it's very ancillary to what it. It's very ancillary to what it ultimately is.
Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to that, because I've done games that are very fan servicey. Look no further than me talking about Rumble Roses.
Well,
But it's like,
yeah, I was about to say.
I don't
It's very
mind if the
suggestive,
game.
but there's not actually any naughty bits.
Yeah, if I'm able to talk about the game and like, if it's not one of those things where it's like that is the gameplay, I don't really mind doing it. I don't really
You can do
have
that.
an objection to games that happen to have like lots of fan service in them. It's whatever.
The extent, I would say, having played the game, I haven't beat the game, but I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, as I understand it. If you're just playing the game, then you can completely ignore the fan service, because there's events in town where, like, you go to the item shop and, oh no, your cat girl is, you know, she's lacking her pants, or something like that.
Of
You know,
course.
usually it's something like that.
No.
But if you ignore those, they're completely optional. Then
First death.
you it's just completely optional, and you don't need to do that. So I would say, yeah, I mean, if you're just going through the dungeon, which is 90% of the game, you know, you're just gonna see the sprites of the monsters, and you're not really. I mean, yeah, they're fan servicey, but I mean, you played Neptunia,
Yeah.
that's
No.
race
Birds.
here, and
It's like I'm playing Ninja Gaiden again. The freaking birds. These games are amazing, but if you want a game that'll put you in a bad mood, it's classic Castlevania. No.
Hank.
All right.
So,
Oh,
yeah, I would
if you-
say you should give it a look.
No, that could be something very entertaining. Definitely out of the ordinary. Oh my god.
Oh, they
No.
actually shift to face you? No, I didn't
I
realize that was a
didn't
thing.
either. In later games, they actually don't. They'll literally just fire out of the other mouth. So you'll have one that's like firing on the high side and one that's firing on the low side.
Oh, that's very, very useful. Definitely. Thanks, game.
I love having a screen clear right before there's enemies that have been killing me a lot. Just in time for a boss fight. Yay. Go me.
Mummy. Hot mummies in your area.
What? I think this is where my runs. Yep, I think this is where the run's gonna end, ladies and gents.
So wait, does this mean you're gonna do Simon's Quest or Castlevania 3?
Simon's Quest is actually more of a prototypical Metroidvania, and honestly, in my entire time playing through that, I think I died like once. So I think I'm just gonna jump straight to Castlevania 3 and go from. Oh my gosh.
All right, so $1 million question time. I mean, I already suspect I know the answer to this, but are you ready?
All right.
Okay. Which companion are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna start with Grant because you can get him really early, and you don't really have to do anything special to get him, other than you go through a stage, and then you actually do the stage again backwards, which is actually like less daunting than it sounds.
Yeah, because Grant can actually walk on walls and stuff,
Yep.
as I recall.
And,
Which makes the clock tower way easier.
Okay, I at least have my full morning star now. If you guys were wondering why Trevor ends up having like 2 whips in the animated series, this convention here is pretty much why. But there's only one whip, by the way. It's literally just the vampire killer.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and the fact that they. I mean, in this, it's just them. I'm sure they didn't really have, you know, the entire Castlevania lore figured out yet.
Oh no, they definitely didn't. Oh no, come on, the wall chicken's right. No! Oh, I was right there! That's heartbreaking.
Literally, they broke your heart.
Yeah, they did. I forget what the button to go back to the main menu was now. Hang on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. That was close. Castlevania 3.
Rose cursed.
This little intro cutscene's really interesting because it's so heavily censored that it essentially mangles the story. Like, asked the Belmonts to leave the country was actually... The Belmonts were excommunicated and were told that they would die if anyone ever saw them again.
Yes, but okay, you're gonna have to explain, Snek, what excommunication is, because...
Yes. Okay, so... Okay, so in this world, Dracula is not who we associate Dracula with. It's actually a completely different man named Matthias Krampfest. That's back in Lament of Innocence, not that important here. Now, 500 years later, or 400 years later, I'm sorry, we have this battle. This is Trevor Belmont, the ancestor of Simon. And the Belmont family, because of the battle against Matthias, had to get really good at killing evil things. So they had full-on bestiaries, laboratories, libraries dedicated to the study of evil and the occult, specifically so they could fight against it. But this was medieval Europe, and people looked on people who had libraries full of things like magic and alchemy as, at best, weirdos, and at worst, someone to burn at a stake.
Yes,
And
evil witches, yes.
so, the church basically became to suspect that the Belmonts were actually collaborating with evil rather than fighting it, and they... Well, the term excommunication specifically refers to, well, when you essentially make it so that they can no longer participate in the body of the church. And the exact details are... oops, not soon, my name is Snek. Soon.
Dude.
So the Belmonts kind of became this rogue force, where even those who would be their allies had really shunned them.
Ah, yes. My favorite Belmont, Ralph Belmont.
Ralph, yep. In the original Japanese, he was Ralph Belmont.
You walk like that, because a poopy.
You can tell we're fans of Dwayne and Brando. Alright, got the full morning star now. Now, there's only one whip. Now, Leon actually had a couple different whips, but that's because he could find additional weapons in the context of the castle. But in terms of the weapons that the Belmont family proper uses, it's all the Vampire Killer Whip.
So I have to ask, because it's kind of related.
Sure.
In regards to your work, does the Crimson Noble family still have their legendary demon-killing spear that they have?
That has actually been lost. They don't really know how or why, but the last records of it was that one of the mighty heroes of the family took it in order to combat a strange alien threat, and it kind of disappeared from history at that point. I'm leaving it kind of deliberately open in the event I want to use it later.
So is the entire thing of them being
I'll take the holy water.
A hereditary clan of vampires who hunt other vampires still a thing?
Yes. The Crimson Clan are a very pro-human force, and they want to ensure humanity's survival because they know full well that one will not make it without the other. Whereas the... I'm trying to think what I had written down. I've only have very basic rudimentary notes on these guys so far, because they're not huge into the story yet. But there's a Black Clan...
I was about to say, the thing I wrote for them is that there was the Bone Clan, there was the...
Yeah, the Bone White, the Black of Death, the Yellow of Sickness, and the Red of Blood.
Yes.
And the Yellows were very secretive and just, like, really didn't want to get involved. Whereas the White and Black were more directly harmful to humans, and things you think about, like Nosferatu, would be these more vicious, violent, animalistic vampire families.
Also, I see what you did there. I mean, although I suppose I was kind of responsible for that too, because I was like, you were like, I don't know what to do for my vampires. I'm like, have you looked into ancient medicine?
Yep.
You're like, oh, I never considered that.
Yep, actually a lot of my metaverse is built on Greco-Roman philosophy as the underlying principle going forward.
Which is weird to me, can I just say, as much as people like to, love to just, oh my goodness, Avatar! It's like, why is Avatar...
Why does it have 4 elements if it's based on Chinese mysticism?
Yeah,
shouldn't it be 5?
Yeah, it should be the 5 of Taoism. It shouldn't be the 4 of Ptolemy.
Yeah.
Or Pythagoras. Oh yeah, by the way, Pythagoras, he didn't just do things about triangles, ladies and gentlemen. He was actually pretty wild if you actually read his works.
I hate flea men. Those weird jumping guys, like hunchbacks, they're called flea men, and they are the bane of my existence. Them and Medusa heads, and birds, apparently.
Medusa heads, birds, and, puppies. I don't know why, but puppies.
They just trip me up. Can't help it. Hey, Konami, you remember when you made games? Things other than Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
I'm sorry, I'm too busy, updating Duel Links. I don't think the axe is going to help.
Actually, it does.
Does it?
Because if he puts up his shield, it can still catch him in the back, which will still do damage. Honestly, that's one of those bosses where basically any weapon will work, so it's just like, whatever you have when you get here, it's fine. So, now, we have to choose our path. So we're going to go north to the clock tower. And let's see if this kills me or not, because I have mixed luck in this stage. I have to say, I love the music here. Clock Tower is one of my favorite Castlevania tracks. As before, you know, it's been remixed, and the remixes are really good.
Knock, knock, crack around the clock. Knock. Okay, I'll stop.
I mean, we're all thinking it.
Dwayne and Brando's Castlevania 3 rap. Like, I bet if Snek and I tried, we could probably recite the entire
Oh, yeah,
thing.
definitely.
We have listened to it entirely too much.
Yep, Clock Tower is this really, really catchy call and response segment. And honestly, that's the second thing I like in music in general, so...
I feel like the Amazing Brando should have just kept his stuff and been like, look, you know, people don't like it, but, you know, that's just rap in general. You're not going to please everyone.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. He's gonna, you know, do his own thing.
Alright.
So, Snek, what's your favorite music track from this game?
That's tough. Castlevania has always been blessed with amazing soundtracks. And this is certainly no exception. Oh.
You having trouble there, Snek?
Yeah, I was about to say, Trevor doesn't like the slope there. Alright. Favorite overall, huh? That's...
You're getting to the end.
It's coming along. We're doing pretty alright.
Oh.
The flashbacks. Maybe Aquarius?
See, I would imagine it would have been Bloody Woods.
That's actually from Castlevania 2. That is a good song. That said, like, Castlevania's always had good music. Even its mediocre entries typically have really superior soundtracks.
Okay, as I recall, there's a wall chicken around here.
Ha, no. Lol, Lamau.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Lol, Lamau, said the scorpion.
But we were both drowned. Lol, Lamau.
Go. Medusa heads, I swear.
You know that's specifically the reason why they're here, right?
Yes.
I, Dracula, will destroy Ralph Belmont with the power of really annoying, wavy, squiggly line heads.
Really specific sine wave pattern moving Medusas. There was only one Medusa, by the way. She wasn't a species. Yep. That was her name.
Yep. And on top of that, there's actually 3 sisters.
Yep.
Who were the Gorgons.
Yeah, Medusa species is Gorgon, not... Like, Medusa was not the species. Ah.
So, there you were, being a ninja pirate, when suddenly, when the curse of a evil vampire 500 years in the past made you into a giant Spider-Man thing.
Alright.
Were you a Spider-Man before?
He was kind of a Spider-Man before, if you play the Japanese version. Alright, we got our little pirate, thief, bandit, outlaw buddy.
Are we ready? Are we ready for Dietaku Hot Takes round 2?
Yeah, fire away. Please
Alright.
take me with you. My family was killed by Dracula. I guess I'll let him... whatever.
Yeah, I guess I'll let him. Spider-Man, the best one was the Toei Tokusatsu.
Spider-Man!
They keep trying to, like, remake him, or it's like... Peter Parker is alright, but it's like... A lot of the things, like... I just saw the Venom movie. It doesn't make sense for Eddie Brock to do the things that he does without having Venom be the foil for Peter Parker. Like, the entire reason why Venom... Like, he's supposed to be a symbiote. Why does he... why can he like, sling around, like, dewy webs and stuff when he wasn't attached to Peter Parker? It just doesn't make sense.
Nope. Because that's where he got the spider motif, was from eating cells from Peter.
Mm-hmm. But, you know,
Did we enjoy our time in the Medusa Fields the first time? We get to do it again. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
But we now have Pirate Ninja Spider-Man with us.
That's true.
Do we, how do we change characters anyway?
I want to say it's select button. Hang on, I'll try it out in a sec. When I'm on slightly more sure footing. Oh no. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Yeah, it's select.
So how do you say his last name anyway?
Danasti. In the Japanese, he actually shot knives like the sub-weapon. In this case, he has stabby knife. His wall climbing ability was also altered, as I recall. Oh yeah, and you want to hold it, otherwise you will just fall. Yeah, it's kind of an unusual name even for this series, but yeah, it's Danasti.
Looks like he's kind of dancing. Doot, 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 doot.
Oh, jeez. Thankfully, you have a little room for error since you're actually going down this time instead of up. And Grant has a slightly better aerial game. Medusa heads. Yeah, who is surprised if this is going to be the end runner, right? I have beaten Castlevania 3 before, believe it or not, and when I did, I beat it with Sypha as my partner.
Who is here surprised? The answer is not me. Oh, Sypha. Oh, why don't you come with me to Make Out Island? Oh, we need to perpetuate the bloodline. Oh.
Nope, 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 no, 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 no.
Look at me and my fabulous hair.
Good thing Grant's a little short. That actually made it a little safer.
He's also kind of bending over.
Yeah, he slouches. He's like Doofenshmirtz, he slouches.
Wow, that's a reference. So does it take hearts to actually like stay attached to the wall?
Nope. Grant can cling on to anything and stay on as long as he wishes.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, getting back down, that can be a little more of a trick. But unlike the Belmonts, who marry their jump arcs, Grant is more of loose and fancy-free. He is able to change his mind, jump around the air, redirect his jump however he wants. Well, he's really the agility character.
Belmonts, treat their jumps like they do matrimony,
Very seriously.
You gotta be committed.
That jump is serious, so you gotta be serious too.
So remember, children, you're gonna have to really, really be serious when you get married. I mean, when you jump.
And why these two things are essentially the same. Thankfully, we can just take the express route. Bye, Mr. Skeleton.
Oh, man! Oh, man!
Alright, the pendulum. What the heck? Hi, Mr. Armor Knight. Oops. Did not mean to drop in on you. Haha, little joke there.
So yeah, I was just, and honestly, I was kind of surprised. I actually was kind of enjoyed Venom.
Ah, really? Do tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a good movie, but I was just like, wow, this isn't like making me, you know, actively yearn for the sweet release of death. Which I know, yeah, that's
quite the review. Ah!
Yeah, that's a
Medusa.
wow, that's a glowing praise, but it's, you know, modern movie, and God, modern movies suck now.
They really
when
do.
they're not actively trying to insult me. Oh, you like things, you know who else like things? Literally,
The bad
puppy.
man.
Puppy kickers. Literally puppy kickers. Do you kick puppies? No. Well, you probably do.
Well, I don't. Surprise! Yeah, if you want agility, you want Grant. Except no substitutes.
Which is ironic, considering, you know, how much Netflix likes to really push, you know, the entire. Well,
Made it. Oh, I got an extra life from my score. Nice.
no,
Maybe this won't be a disaster.
I'm so not used to lives as a concept that it completely didn't occur to me that would be a thing. I'm honestly kind of bummed that Netflix didn't have.
Yeah, where they deliberately fudged the wording in order to try to justify their stupid mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 heroes fought Dracula. No, the Belmont family and 3 heroes were with him. It's not just 3 heroes, derp.
Grant who?
Like,
There's
the
Saifa.
first two seasons are good. I will give that. The final battle against Dracula at his castle is really cool. The fact that they even, like, remembered the fact that Curse of Darkness happened was a neat little callback. But I'm just gonna say it, a lot of the other things they did were ancillary and dumb.
The fact that they made Camilla. I don't know how to
Anything
tell
shy
you. Like,
of the Dracula fangirl she is?
Yeah, it's just like she is entirely the reason why Simon's Quest happened, because
Yep. Because she was trying to revive the love of her life. And actually, that's also the plot of Circle of the Moon, which may have been struck from canon and may not have. Question mark. Circle of the Moon is kind of weird.
nah, I don't know about that one.
It's one of the Game Boy Color games. It's actually really good.
But yeah, I don't know. And also the fact that they kind of removed pretty much all of his non-vampire flunkies.
Yeah, even though he literally commands death. Okay, are we gonna go get Saifa? Or are we gonna prioritize our bro Grant?
You know what? Far be it from me to break up, you know, the Snek romance. let's go get your waifu.
Is Saifa? Am I Trevor? Is Saifa like? Okay, I'm just saying. What? I didn't get healed between levels? That was a little sadistic, don't you think, game? Welcome to Castlevania 3, I guess. That was a bit of a gut punch, thanks. I don't mean the battle chip either. I mean, like, literally, it's like, you just punched me in the gut, and I'm just like, what? I wasn't ready.
Yes, the good old-fashioned cemetery jellyfish.
Ah, yes. I am well acquainted with those.
Kind of remind me of, this is really weird now that I think about it. Kind of reminds me of Cave Story.
Yep. Cave Story really was a big amalgamation of a lot of things from Mega Man, Metroid, and Castlevania. And it used all those elements incredibly well, which is what made it such an outstanding indie title.
Now the fact that it had really good difficulty.
Yep.
It was hard, but it wasn't,
It was challenging. And
cheese grater to your knuckles hard.
Yeah. And it taught you everything you needed to know before you would put it into motion. Which is what a well-designed game does.
Yes.
And even then, there was no moment in the game that was specifically designed out of spite. If you play a game and the feeling that you're kind of experiencing the entire time is spite from the dev toward the player, if it's not being played for comedy, it's probably a badly designed game.
That's kind of my, that's kind of my feeling on a lot of indie games nowadays.
Spatters.
I Want to Be the Guy, and just a lot of the games that you were like, hey, Dietaku, we need to play this, and it's like, ugh.
You guys remember that Cyclops? Well, he's here, and he's angry. Ah, he's a jerk. I can't jump that high. Well, that's the end of that. Still, I did better than I thought I would.
Right before
Cypher. Yep. That's Snek's love life in a nutshell.